What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know.
It's okay. I would like for them to leave me alone.
If you could talk to them as individuals, not as a group, what would you say to them?
I would just say that you have babies at home and you have a wife, and if you don't, you have to realize that we're people and that we just need privacy and we need our respect, and those are things that you have to have as a human.
And yet, as upset as it makes you, you wouldn't trade your life now, it seems. That seems strange for some people to understand. If they're making you this miserable, how can you still say, but I'm lucky?
Because I have to believe that I'm here for a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't know. I keep searching every day, just like you do. But I'm so blessed with my baby. That's the happiest thing that's ever, it's like a miracle, you know. But I just want the most normal life possible for him. That's all.
Is that possible?
I will manage. I will create that.
Higher fences, bigger gates? I mean, how are you going to do that, Britney?
There's always a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. You have to believe.
It's really weird. Like, I enjoy my life and I love what I do, but at the same time, even though we didn't have that much then, I was really happy. Like, I'm looking back right now, just the simplicity of life. It was very nice.
I'm just wondering how you feel about all the constant speculation about your virginity and whether you are a virgin or not.
I really wish I would have never said anything to begin with, because I'm kind of stuck in this little place where people are always asking me. But, you know, that's just something that's part of growing up, and that's just something that we all have to deal with, so.
Have there been any changes on that front?
That's a personal question.
If you were talking to your little sister now, and the girl who said that she was going to stay a virgin till she got married, do you still think there's something to be said for that?
I think, honestly, if you can wait till you're married, I think you should definitely do that, because it's so much more sacred. And there is a reason for saying to do that. There is a rule in the book, the Bible, that says that. I think that is a really important thing to do. But I think in reality, if you really know in your hearts of heart that you are going to be with that person forever, and you really think that with all of your heart, and you're in 4 or 5 years into the relationship, I mean, stuff can happen. You know, I mean, you don't go around sleeping around with people, but I mean, I really thought that I was going to be with him for the rest of my life. I did. And, but telling my sister, I would, you know, I can just give her unconditional love and just trust her. I think when you doubt people and if they're going to do the wrong thing, if you're too preachy with them, that's when they run and they rebel. I trust that she'll do the right thing. She's a good girl, and she's a very smart girl. She has good instincts about people, so.
Not that she hasn't been down the bumpy road of damage control before. As she transformed herself from the idol of little girls everywhere to a sexier version the boys could like as well, people began to question whether she was an appropriate role model for their kids. And she only added to the controversy by vowing to remain a virgin until marriage, a pledge that was questioned every time a new sexy video was released.
Okay, so there's this whole thing going on the internet that you hate Britney Spears, and let me read this quote, and if you want, you can, comment on it or do whatever you want with it. But here's what we found. Would you walk around, this is you talking about Britney, would you walk around the street in an bra? She's not being herself up there because she's dancing like a hoe. Is she a hoe? She says she's a virgin. It's just not clicking. End quote. Avril Lavigne on Britney Spears. I don't know. What's the deal?
I mean, I feel like the press kind of like to stick words in artists' mouths and kind of exaggerate on things. I mean, like I said, I'm different from her, and
Did you say
did you say
that she dances like a?
No,
Just a little bit. You said that. Look, the most successful show in the history of MTV is called The Osbournes. They say every 5 seconds. You're
I'm
free
not
here.
dissing her, and I don't mean to diss any artist, because, I mean, I don't need to do that. I mean, she's doing her thing, and I'm doing my thing, and that's all I have to say.
About Britney Spears? Yeah. Controversy. I don't care. I don't care, you know. I don't even, to be honest, whatever she wants to do, if she wants to look, you know, if she wants to be on her album cover like, and then, you know, end up dressing trashy at the VMAs, and you know what happens is you get all these, she's got all these little kids, these like little fans, like my little girl is a fan, you know what I mean? She listens to some of her music, and what happens is these little girls start looking up to her because she is like this cute little teeny bopper. Then all of a sudden, boom, what happened?
With Madonna as her model, Britney Spears has upset a lot of mothers in this country, starting with the wife of the governor of Maryland, who appeared at an anti-violence rally, and we'll listen to what she said.
Really, if I had an opportunity to shoot Britney Spears, I think I would.
Oh, that's horrible.
Well,
that's really bad.
Because of the example for kids and how hard it is to be a parent and keep all of this away from your kids.
I mean, I can't help that, and if the parents don't like them to see it, then change the channel. So, sorry, you know, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day, honey, I know, but I want to be a good person for me, but I think it's a huge pressure to think that you have to take the responsibility to be this role model.
It's one thing not to want to be the role model anymore. It's another thing not to know that a lot of young girls are looking at this. A lot of them.
But am I responsible for them?
Here's the one they're calling the new Madonna. Britney Spears with I'm a Slave for You. What would that be, sales figures? Because it sure ain't her conscience. Look at this writhing, sweaty piece of erotica. I think this is the only music video to hire fluffers. As the first video from her new album, Britney sure launched things with a bang, of the gang variety. Yep, take a gander at the face of modern virginity. And after this move, I guess she's still a virgin, at least technically. And once again, Britney's trying to convince us that she's something she's not. Listen to the lyrics.
All you people look at me like I'm a little girl.
We look at you like you're a little girl. No. We look at you like you're a big skank. But nice of her to try and break free of her kitty pop image and show she's an independent woman by becoming a sex toy for a group of sweaty guys. I am woman. Hear me, whore. And if you're trying to figure out why she's wearing her thong on the outside of her clothes, well, judging by this video, she's had so many people in her pants, there isn't room for underwear.
Now this, in fact, I would like you to talk to the young kids and tell them Britney Spears should be grounded for wearing that. Did you see what you're an adult woman. You're a grown-up. Britney Spears is 18, she's like, you know, takes 2 Band-Aids and she's singing there. I don't appreciate that.
She's a nice girl.
She's very nice, but the trampy outfits have to go.
No, they don't. They say you're a slut.
You spoofed a lot of the rumors about you. I know that people have been very critical of you, whether it's about your music or the way you dress, and people say that you've kind of blurred the line between like childhood and kind of adulthood. How do you respond to a lot of those criticisms?
Well, really, at first, it was kind of hard for me, I have to say, because just as a teenager, like when you're in school and people are talking about you, you get really offended, you know what I mean? Because you're at that age and you have insecurities, and like the whole world was talking about me. But just this past year, I've gotten, you know, it totally doesn't bother me anymore, you know what I mean? I've learned that it doesn't matter what other people think. As long as you know in your heart, you know what I mean? That's all that matters.
But it's going to be hard to hear the criticism, and I know, Lynn, as a mom, you've been criticized too, you know, like, why do you let her go out looking like that sometimes? How have you dealt with it, and what advice have you given Britney about her appearance?
Well, and what people don't understand is that Britney doesn't go out looking like that. I mean, when she goes to some party, or if it's the Grammy or whatever, that's where you dress up.
Being a girl,
that's
being
a
dressed
costume.
up,
that is glamour. you know, and she doesn't reveal anything. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's kind of an unfair criticism.
I guess what Meredith means is, I mean, often you see that with women who are older, and I think it was just kind of a shock sometimes to see some of the revealing outfits on someone as young as you are. By the way, you look beautiful in them.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I'm just comfortable in my skin, you know what I mean? And I've always kind of been told I was an old soul anyway, so I just don't see it, you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel comfortable, and that's all that matters, I think, you know? Just being true to yourself and not caring what other people think. And, you know, you're an individual and you're unique because you're just you and you're different, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter about what you wear or what it is on the outside, you know, it's what's on the inside that matters.